Hi, it's Jerry again, and we're back with another C# training. And as I promised, now we're going to create another game. And today we're creating a game called Simon. I hope you remember this game. So, Simon game, right? And we'll just create it really simple using all the knowledge that we have. So how the game will work. So Simon will be showing numbers from 1 to 4, let's say. So it will be like 1, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1, right? And then when it shows the numbers, then you're supposed to like remember them and then print them out using your keyboard and the space to actually distinguish between the numbers, because if you say like 1, 4, 2, 3, I don't remember. Yeah, then it will be like 14,231. So, but if you put a space between all the numbers, then we will be able to actually get each particular number as a separate part and then figure out whether you're correct or not. So let's start with this. So what I would go about first is define some memory, right? Because we need some memory for Simon to actually know what numbers he should display for us, right? So that's one thing, right? So let's just type in, okay, memory for Simon's numbers, right? That's one thing. Now we need some string user input, so user input string, right? So that we can get the whole string and then take out particular numbers. Some memory for all the numbers the user entered, memory for user numbers. And now, well, we need two tools, right? Because I said, okay, Simon will be doing something like this. Write number, then delete the number. Write number, 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 delete the number. So that it won't be like, okay, Simon wrote the numbers, yeah, and then remember them. Yeah, and then here, like, enter your numbers. That would be stupid, right? Because, okay, I can see the numbers here, so it's not a game. It's not fun. I mean, where should I remember it? It's on the screen, so I can see this, right? So we need a tool to clear the output, Simon's output, yeah, and then, well, Simon. I have a fast computer, so this would be like something like this. So we need some delay. So delay, so that the user can remember the numbers. Okay, so because we know these and we know how to do this, we don't know these two. So I'm going to show you quickly some tools how to achieve this, right? Okay, so I wrote a few lines of code here. And these are only like some console methods, right? And actually there is only one that I think we will use, and I'm not yet sure if it will work. We'll see in a moment. Let's just put one more thing here. Right line. Well, it will work for our program. It won't work for other purposes. So we have this first, right? AA and 44. And if we put clear here, then both should disappear, right? Yeah, that's good. And then we can print out something else, right? So yeah, okay, so this is good enough for our purposes, right? So we just clear the console, and as you can see, there is nothing here in the scroll, so it disappears. So we can make our assignment say like, okay, 4, right? And then clear the console. Here we would have to have, no, wait. We write the number. Here we have the delay, right? And clear and write another number, for example, 1. So yeah, this is work in progress, so don't worry. So now you can't see because we don't have the delay, right? Okay, now to work with the delay, we need to get to know another tool, right? Because, well, this one you could have tried to read more about the console, and again, you just get your cursor somewhere on the word console, right? And you hit F1 and you should get into MSDN, and then you have the full documentation, and you can try to read through and figure out some other tools. And I encourage you to do so because, well, I can do some videos, but at some point you'll be actually trying to do it by yourself. So yeah, and this is everything that you can do with the console, and it's explained. And if you click one of these, so let's find the clear one. Oh yeah, here it is. If we click this one, then we should have like clears the console buffer and corresponding console window of display information. Using clear method is equivalent CLS command in the command prompt window. When the clear method is called, the cursor automatically scrolls, blah blah blah. So you get all the information about each particular method that you might want to use. Okay, let's take care of that delay. Now, okay, you could try to Google and see how to create a delay, but I'll just give you another tool that you can use. So it's, we're going to use a full path, because whenever I'm using this, I'm usually using this like 1 or 2 times somewhere in the code, and it's not something that I use really regularly. So that's why I usually use the full path. So it's within the system namespace, right? So I use system, then I use threading, right? And then I want to use the current thread. I'm not going to tell you what's the thread. It's just for you. It's just your program, right? And then there is a method called sleep, right? And let's just say we want, because it's like, okay, suspends the current thread for a specified time, and this time is in milliseconds. So let's make it 2 seconds. So the user will have 2 seconds to remember one number, and then it will get cleared and we'll see another number. So let's see how this works. So run it, 4, and then 1, right? Okay, so let's write one more thing, I think. Console, write line, get ready, right? And we'll put this one here, right? So get ready with like 1 second delay, right? So this is the delay, right? And then this one is also a delay, right? And it's a delay, okay. And we have this, so we'll have like get ready, and then this one, and this one. Okay, yeah, I should actually put this clear here as well. Yeah, so like, look, get ready, 4 and 1. Okay, very good. Okay, so we have the delay, and we have clearing out the console. Okay, so now we'll do all the things that away to clear Simon's output. Okay, yeah, that's what it was supposed to mean. Okay, so now memory for Simon's numbers. Well, we learned arrays a second ago. Well, depending on when did you watch the video. So, I think that would be the most wise thing to use. So an array. So it'll be numbers from like 1 to 4, right? So we'll create an int array. So Simon's numbers, right? And now we had used random numbers, so I think we will use random numbers maybe. And array, right? So we want to use random numbers. We need the random class, this random tool from the system namespace, R&D. It's new random. Oh, we know this one. And we need the size. Okay. Let's say Simon can go up to showing you 10 numbers. All right? Okay. Now we want the user input string, so string user input, right? Okay. And this one is the random generator. Random generator. Right. Okay, cool. And now we need some memory for the user numbers that we will actually try to read and figure out whether the user got it correctly or not really. So here we will have like int array, of course, and user numbers. Okay, and another new array of ints, and this one will be the same size as the size of the array for Simon. Okay, so now we can comment these out because we are not going to actually have predefined numbers. We need to first initialize the array. So let's do it here. So we need to have some random numbers generated for Simon. And remember last time we went with through the array with a loop. So this time I'll do the same. So I'll go through this Simon's array with a loop, and then just go on adding numbers to it, right? Random numbers, right? So okay, so this was more or less like for int I equals 0 because arrays are 0 based. I is less than Simon's numbers length, right? And then I plus plus. Okay, very nice. And what we want to do here is we want to generate some random numbers at the position in the array where I is currently at, right? So first like the 0th, and then so on, until like the 9th position, which is the 10th element, right? And that will be equal to R&D, right? And to generate random numbers, we use the next function. I said I want numbers from 1 to 4. And remember, those random numbers were from 0 to something max value. But there are three different versions of this method, right? So the first one was just, okay, any random number, and well, we can't decide what is the range of that number. Here it is a 0, from 0 to a max value, and it's exclusive from the max value. And here we actually have another version of this, so the minimal and maximal inclusive lower bound, so we start with 1, and then exclusive upper bound, exclusive, so we want 5 here, so we have numbers from 1 to 4. Yeah, okay, that's very good. Okay, let's get rid of this get ready, or okay, let's get rid of this get ready, and just let's print out console write, and we'll just go with the write, and then Simon's numbers I, right, and then we'll add space here so that we can see all the numbers that were generated for Simon, just for now, so that we can see what gets generated. Like okay, so let's run this program, and we can see, okay, so in this take Simon would say like 3 1 2 3 2 1 4 2 4 1. Oh, that's really long and hard to remember. Yeah, okay, so yeah, that's cool. Okay, so we know it's being generated randomly. Oh, that's cool. We have 3 4s here. Very cool. Okay, and another time we get like 3 3 4 4 3 2 3 3 4 2, right? So you see this is actually random. So this is just for us to actually see whether this is actually generated. And as you can see, it's then now you can see, of course, and you can see it's actually 10 numbers. So it's like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 numbers, right? So yeah, you should be really good when you finish this game and you get all 10 right. Yeah. So okay, yeah, you should be really good, right? Okay, so now we have those random numbers, and if you played Simon usually like shows you like 1 or 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on, so on. Like, so it gets like different stages. So we need another variable. So I would call it int stage number, right? And let's just say we'll start with the stage 1. Right, so stage number, so or level number, right? So each level will denote how many numbers you'll be shown from the beginning of all the Simon numbers till the end, right? So stage 10 will show you 10 numbers, and then you have to actually show 10 numbers, right? So yeah, that should be cool. Okay, so let's do something with this. So we need to iterate through Simon's numbers now, but now we need to show only the amount of numbers denoted by the stage number, right? So we will copy this because this actually gives us iterations through Simon's numbers, but here we'll actually say stage number, right? So now we have this part, and then we can do this, right? So write Simon's numbers. We don't need this space now, and then we have this this console clear and yeah, and the delay, right? So we want the delay for 2 seconds, I said, so let's take this one, right? So write the number, and then do the delay, and then clear the numbers, right? So that's the state number 1, so it will show this, and that's it, right? So show this for 2 seconds, and then disappear, and that's the end. So if the stage is like say 4, right? So we should get 4 numbers, 3, 4. Okay, that's a bit of a problem. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem. Yeah, because the numbers don't change. So we should actually have this clear here and a small delay so that the user knows, like a blink or something. Let's make it, I don't know, 200, like a blink or something, so that the user gets to know that the value actually changed. Maybe this will work. 2, 4, 3, 2. Okay, yeah, this works. Yeah, so it looks good. So now you can see building a program in progress. So how I work with a program. I have an idea. I have some knowledge of how to program. At least, like, well, this is just some really basic knowledge. So it's just, I know some arrays. I have this for loop, and I'm trying to figure out how to do this, right? So yeah, and well. Yeah. Okay, so we have this. So now we should ask the user for his numbers. Yeah, so console write line. Please repeat the shown numbers. Separate numbers with space. we can do like this and then have this right line so that the user gets this his own input below this. Doesn't really matter. Okay, now we need to read in the user's input. So we'll get this user's input. Oh yeah, let's put that get ready there and the delay and so on. So get ready, delay, and clear. Did I copy that? Copy. Yeah, because we didn't put that there. So Simon's numbers are initialized. Yeah, very good. And delay. All right, very good. Nicely. So yeah, initialize Simon's numbers. Cool. Okay. Now we have the get ready. Then Simon's saying print out Simon's numbers, right? And then ask the user to write the remembered numbers. Right, okay. Okay, so now we can put get the user input here, right? So user input. Okay, we don't need these anymore, so we can get these out. Okay, and now we're reading from the console, right? So we use the console, right? We're reading keys. We want to read everything that the user types, and when he hits enter, we get all that into our variable. So that is the read line, right? So we read the whole line until the user hits enter, right? So we get this user input. Okay. And now, okay. So let's see the user input. So we'll just go. Yeah, let's. Okay, we know that the user input will be like this. Something. Okay, well, no, not 5 6s, right? The user input will be like 4 2 1 3 4, right? Something like this, right? So now we need to get this these numbers out somehow, right? And yeah, okay, that's one problem. So oh, I need to show you another tool. So yeah, so if we take the user input, there is another method. If we scroll down, scroll, there is the method called split. And yeah, here it is. And you can see you'll get a array of strings, string array, right? So that's not too bad. Okay, and we don't know how many of these we will get, but we know how many we want to get, right? We want to get 4 numbers because that's the stage number, right? So we can say we want to split this, right? And then there are 6 versions of this. We will just take the char separator, right? Because the separators it needs an array of char separator. Can we say like this? Will this work? Yeah, works. Very good. Okay. So in theory, we want to split this user's input, and the separator will be our space, right? So let's just comment out Simon's output. So this get ready, and we'll see what we get here. So we'll just ask the user. Now we'll just ask the user to get this, right? And we'll see what we get when we split this, right? And okay, we don't know how many items we will get, right? But if you remember when I said that we can get the length, right? So here we can say length, right? So now when we have this, then we can create the same loop and see what did we get from the user's input, right? So let's write that loop. So for, and I think I can use int I as well. So I is equal to 0. I said all Ri are 0 based in C#, right? Then I is less than this length, right? So I'll copy this and put it here, right? And then I++, because we want to go through all of these elements, right? And now we want to see those elements and see if it's okay, or if to parse them, or do we have to do something else with them. So yeah. So let's say console, and then write. Let's just write line. And what I want to do here is, well, I'll put this character so I can see all the spaces and everything else that I have there, right? So user input split like this, and then I here, and then plus, and like this. You can do it way easier, and I'm going to show you in a second. But I want to do it this way because this is, yeah, this is most common. I mean, this is how we used to do this in C++ ages or C ages. Yeah, so it's just a historical way, more or less. Okay, so put numbers with space. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 2, 4. And what we get, enter, is, okay, so it removes spaces, I think. This is very good. Okay. Okay, very nice. Alright, that's good. What if the user accidentally hits 2 spaces? So more spaces and no space, and like this, and then more spaces and 4, something like this. Okay, then we get gaps. Okay, so this sucks. This is not good, because this won't be a number. So we can't say, well, we shouldn't trust the user, so we should still use the try parse, and then if anything here is not a number, then, well, we say, okay, please retry, you didn't enter correct numbers, something like this. Okay, so this will be a bit easier, or the number at position something is actually not a number, please redo, or something like this. Yeah, we should do something like this. Okay, so this is the harder version of this, but here we know the position, right? We could do it a bit differently, so we could use the for each, right? And then each item in this array from the split would be a string, so we could say like string entered number, right, in, and then this split, right, so something like this. Okay, and then we could just say, okay, console right line, could be right line, yeah, and then entered number, and I said I want those, could be nice to have them, and then additional 1 like this, and so on. Let's comment this just for now. So 1, 2, 3, something like this, more or less. Yeah, so here, if the user actually writes something that is meaningful and is correct, then we get something okay. And if he doesn't say something correct, so he puts like 2 spaces and stuff, then we still get an empty one. But here, no, we could actually get the position. So it's up to you. Here you already have the variable, it's int I, and here I could like say like int position. So it starts with a 0, right? And then just increment this position plus plus, right? So we get to know at which position we are. Maybe I think I like the second one a bit better. I know it looks a bit better. Yeah. So I'll use the second one, okay? But you can use both of them. Maybe you can rewrite the code as your homework, or, well, you can just try yourself to write this part by yourself, right? So, yeah. But I'm going to go with this. Okay, so first of all, we need to parse the number. We still need the position because we'll be putting that number in the user's numbers, right? So we'll be trying to do the int try parse. So if int try parse and then entered number, right? And then where we want to put this is this user numbers, right? So, and we said it needs to have this out here, right? User numbers and then the position, because yeah, we want to put that number somewhere there, right? So if this is okay, then we don't want to do anything. But if it's not okay, so I can say something like this. So this is the whole expression that actually will try to parse the entered number that is a text, right? And if it fails, so I am negating it because this returns true when it actually succeeds, but I want to do something when it fails, right? When it fails, I want to say, okay, console write line, the value entered at position is not a number. Please retry, right? Okay. And the second thing I want to do is, okay, if one of these is not really a number, then I don't want to actually check any other ones because, well, there might be a lot of them and there is one error somewhere here in this user input, so I don't want to do checking anymore. So I want to actually exit this loop. And when we were talking about loops, I didn't show you this exit thing because, well, there was no such example yet, but we're still somewhere around loops here. So now I want to show you how to exit the loop if something bad happens and you don't want to continue going through this loop. So this is like you might call it an emergency exit, or maybe you found something that you wanted to find and then it's useless to actually go through all the other elements because you already found what you were searching for, and then you don't have to look for it anymore, right? So this might be an emergency exit, or it might be just an exit like, okay, yeah, I found it, I don't need to search for it anymore, right? Something like this. So what you do is you just say break, right? And then if you say break, then the whole loop on the top will get highlighted. And you can use break for every loop. So you can use it for the for loop, the for each loop, the while loop, and the do while loop, right? So something like this. So whenever this happens, you will exit the loop and go out, right? And that's what we want to do. And of course, we will actually do other things. So, but this is actually something that I think will be okay. And then next we'll actually print the array, but so that we can see that we got all the numbers. But just for now, let's just test this this breaking here, so that we can see if it's working or if we need to work on it a bit more. Okay, so put some numbers separated by spaces. So okay, now I'm going with some correct values, so something like this. Yeah, looks okay, nothing broke, and there are no problems with this. Okay, now let's put something that is not too good. So 1, 2, 2 spaces, 3, 4, 1, 2. So I think this is good to show the users what numbers were taken. Oh, and one more thing, because this is not position 2 for the user, it's position 3, because the user would be like thinking 1, 2, 3. So this value is not a number, right? So please retry. Yeah. So we'll just actually say position +1, so that the user actually knows what we mean. And I put that in a bracket. I think it would be better to put that in a bracket, because then this is evaluated first and then it will be concatenated as a string. So that's why I did that. Else I'm not sure, but it might be evaluated that this one is first added and then there is another one is added to it. We could see that, but yeah. So now if I do like 2 and 3, and the value entered at position 3 is not a number. Okay, let's just see, because I'm curious. Come on, my curiosity is just giving me a pain. 1, 2, and 2 spaces 3. So yeah, position 21. So that's what I thought. That's what could have happened. So yeah, so we don't want that. We want at position 3, right? So that's what we want. Okay. And then it says please retry. Okay. Now we need to know also that the user did not succeed to write all the numbers that we wanted. So we'll add an additional variable, because user error, right? Bool user error. And before we start testing these user error, well, the user did not yet commit any errors, right? So yeah, well, at this point we know that the user did not do any error, and here we're sure that something that the user entered is not really correct, so we'll put user error equal to true here. Okay. So here we can now see. Oh yeah, and I forgot one more thing, because okay, it's stage number 4, right? Stage number 4. So we only want to read 4 numbers, right? So another thing, somewhere, where should I put this? Yeah, because we did here this. Okay. If I put it here, what will happen? Position 0. Okay. So position 0, this is position 1. So we just read one value. Okay, so if position is equal to stage, oh come on, stage number, then we also want to break the loop. This time, because we already read the correct amount of values. So even if the user enters more, then we don't need to actually read them, because well, we don't. We just needed 4 values because Simon showed 4 values, right? So we don't want to read any more values. Okay, and of course the user Simon showed like 4 values and the user might just enter 3. So we should also check whether the user entered the correct amount of values. So for this purpose we'll have another conditional statement here. So if position is greater than, so here the position will be if it's greater than this. No. No. If the position is greater than the stage number. Yeah. And this means the user entered too much, right? Because at this point, the number of items that we read should be equal to the stage number, and it might be more, but we don't read that. No, if the position is less than the stage number. So too few items, yeah, too few items, okay. Too few items, then we write like console, right line, you entered too few items. Okay, very cool. And of course it's another user error, right? Equals true. All right. So in theory, somewhere here within the code, we should have a array of entered numbers, user numbers, right? And then we can go on comparing it to Simon's numbers until the element for the current state. So if the stage is 1, then we just compare 2 numbers. If the stage is 2, then we compare 4 numbers. I mean the first 2 pair, then the second 2 pair, and so on, right? And also, we should not start comparing if the user committed an error. So I would go with this like so. So if user error and then not user error. So this would only happen, right, if the user did not make any errors inputting the data, right? So that would be quite good for us. Now here we can compare user values or user numbers to Simon numbers. Right? Okay, so we're almost there, and then we can put that everything in the loop. So I hope you already copied this somewhere, this for loop, because I want to remove it because I want to clean some code because it's getting a bit messy, and I'm trying to think here so that I can go on. Okay, this is Simon's numbers being printed out on the screen. Okay, so now we want to go through those numbers again and now check those numbers with the numbers the user entered, right? Okay. So yeah, and we will go only as far as the stage number, and we start with the value of 0. So if stage number 1, then we'll just check one value, stage number 2, and so on and so on. Okay, and how do we get those? So we should have another variable telling us whether it is correct or not. I mean, if the, like, okay, Simon said 4 and the user said 4, that is correct, right? So correct, right? So but if the user says like 3 here, it's incorrect, and then we should stop like checking that, because then the user did not succeed in repeating all the numbers. So if at least one of these is not correct, so they are not equal, then the whole thing is not repeated correctly, right? So I'll have another ball here. So here is the user error, and user did not repeat all numbers. Okay, and I'll just make this really long name. I'm sorry, well, but at least it's meaningful. Okay, so and I want to make it false later on, so that's why I said this false here, but actually I will make this false here. So at this point, the user did not. No, the user actually did repeat, because we are assuming that he did. Yeah. Okay. So here the user actually did repeat all the numbers, but if any of these numbers are incorrect, so are different than Simon's numbers, then we'll change that value to false and break the loop, right? That's my idea. So here we'll be checking the numbers. So if now Simon's numbers at positions I, and we're checking if it's not equal to to users numbers, so user numbers, and then we put I as well, and if this is not true, and we say okay, user did not repeat all numbers. Okay, so yeah, I said did not repeat, so this is false. Yeah, so did not repeat all numbers, true. Okay, yeah. I should be reading the did not repeat all numbers. Yeah, so at the beginning the user did repeat all numbers, right? So it's false, and then if the user fails to repeat all numbers, it depends on the name. You can make it true, false, false, true, depending on what's your logic here. But yeah, I'm trying to make my own here. Okay, so I'm having this and a break here as well. I said I want to break the loop here, and then we, after checking the numbers, we need to see whether actually the user did or did not repeat all numbers. So user did not repeat all numbers. If this is true, and console right line, come on, right line, you failed to repeat all numbers. Yeah, something like this. And then you lose, and we'll just exit the program. So we will actually have this. Yeah, let's just exit the program, right? So we'll have this console read key here, and then you can actually exit the program anywhere you want. So you can have this return here. Okay. We could also ask, do you want to restart the game or something like that? Yeah. But, well, okay. Let's just exit the program. Yeah, I'll put that return here, but actually we will be able to break another loop, because I want to have another loop. And you can see that I didn't create that loop at the beginning, because okay, Simon will be actually showing you like one number first, then two numbers if you succeed, then three numbers if you succeed, and four numbers if you succeed. Now you can see the pattern. It's going to be a loop, right? But I wanted to build smaller elements, and this is actually very, very important. You start building small, right? And then you start building bigger parts, and getting the whole thing working at some point. So yeah, that's what we're trying to do here. Okay, so I'm putting a return here because well, this okay. Maybe let's just have a comment here and put loop, the main loop break here. Okay. Now we want to have an else here, because okay, this happens when the user fails to repeat all numbers and he loses, right? But if he does not lose and he just repeats all numbers, then we need to increase the game level. So Simon first shows you one number, so you repeat that number, then he shows you two numbers, and you repeat two numbers, so you increase the stage. So we would say here like console right line, and then good, next stage, right? Okay, we'll have a delay here as well. So here's the get ready. So let's get this get ready. Well, the delay actually. So like this, and then we take the stage number and we just increase it. Plus plus. And we'll have another thing here. So we'll have like if stage number is the same as the number that Simon had, the number of items Simon had. So Simon's numbers. I'm getting so many SMSs. Oh, I'm gonna read them later on. Okay, length. Then we'll actually say like, okay, very good, you beat Simon, right, or something like this. Very good. You beat Simon, right? And then we also want to have this break of the main loop here. Okay, so we increase the stage number here. Yep. We'll see how the main loop looks like in a second. Maybe we'll change that. Okay, so we have this, we have this, we have this. Then we uncomment these. Okay, so now we have to have the main loop. So I would go with this like this. So while yeah, let's do that. Like while stage number is less or equal to Simon's numbers length. This way we don't have to put the break there because it will break itself. And then here we'll just copy this. So like this, like this. And here I told you I want to put a break, so let's put that break here. And you can see if we scroll up and we don't like do anything, and we are actually breaking this loop. So this gray thing highlights this. This is something really convenient with Visual Studio when you're doing this, because sometimes your loop is really big and you put a break somewhere where you think like, okay, what am I breaking now? Because I'm not sure what loop am I in, right? And because this break will break the closest loop to where you are in the code. And the closest loop here is like, okay, we're within this if statement, we're within this if statement, and the closest loop here, and this loop is closed here, so the closest loop here is somewhere here, right? Because this one is closed, so we're within this loop. Also, these brackets help you to do so, because like you will see where one loop starts and ends, right? So yeah. Okay, I hope this will work, because I think that's it. I won't be able to write anything more. Let's start with stage 1, and we'll try to play along, and we'll see what will happen. Hopefully everything will be good. So let's start. Get ready. 1. Okay, so Simon said 1. Good. Next stage. Get ready. 1, 2. Okay. 1, 2. Good. Next stage. 1, 2, 2. Okay. 1, 2, 2. Good. Next stage. Ready? 1, 2, 2, 2. Okay, cool. I'm okay with 1, 2, 2, 2. 1, 2, 2. Let's put a 3 so I actually lose, okay? You failed to repeat all numbers, you lose, okay? So, yeah. That's one thing. we had this read console here, a read key here, so we don't need this because breaking this will actually let us go here, right? And here we have checking whether we won or not. So that's okay, but we still have a read key here, so that's enough. So I'll remove this. Okay, let's have some bad input so that we know we get to know whether we can actually repeat and retry. So let's run the game again. Get ready. 3. Okay, so 3, enter. Good. Next stage. Get ready. 3, 1. All right, so 3. I'll put 2 spaces here and 1. And what does he say? 3, 1. Yeah. Okay. So we might need a bit more delay there, because if I put the 2 spaces here, then it actually like just shows this for not too long of a period. So you enter too few items, item at position something is not a number, please retry. And we'll just say like console right line hit any key to continue, something like this, right? And then console read key, I wanted read key, yeah. So yeah, this will be a bit better. So we'll be testing this and see if this actually works. So get ready. 3. Okay, 3, 3. Very good. Next stage. Get ready. 3, 4. Oh, 4. Cool. Right. 3, 2 spaces, 4. Okay. The value entered at position 2 is not a number. Please retry. Hidden key to continue. Get ready. 3, 4. Okay, 3, 4. Let's just put just 3. You enter too few items. Yeah, and then you enter too few items, and you actually have to also have this this piece. We good to have this here so that the user knows. We could also say like, okay, the user failed here, like, and you lose because you just you lose, right? Okay, so I think this is it for the game. Let's just make it a bit faster, Simon writing stuff. So let's put the delay of okay, half a second. Let's see if this is going to be slow enough for me. Get ready. 4. Shit, I didn't see. Oh, okay, it was just 4. Okay. 4, 3. Okay, 4, 3. 4, 3, 3. 4, 3, 3. 4, 3, 3, 2. 4, 3, 3, 2. 4, 3, 3, 2, 2. 4, 3, 3, 2, 2. Wow, this is exciting. 3, 3, 2, 2, 3. 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 3. Yeah, woo. 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1. 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1. 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2. 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2. Whoa. 4, 3, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Woo. 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3. 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3. Okay, maybe last stage. Oh, good, next stage, and it froze. Or what? Ay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, and then you beat the game, but you still don't win because yeah. Okay, so let's make it a bit less, and we need to see what's wrong here. Right line, and then stage number, and this is quick debugging, right line, and then just Simon's length. So yeah, because I'm sure I bet the game, and I have this good next stage plus here. We'll see. And let's just reduce the number of stages because I know this might be a bit. Let's even make like 3 stages, right? So yeah, 3 stages, right? And then again, okay, so 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, okay, 3, 3, 2, 3, 3, 2. Now I should beat the game. Yeah, good next stage. 4 and 3. 4 and 3, so yeah, there is a slight problem here. So stage number is 4 and this length is actually 3. So stage number just like let's make this like this, and this should be actually okay. Just let's see why this happens. Oh yeah, okay. I know why this happens. Because I increase this here. Okay, so yeah, so let's even do it like this. We don't have to do it like this. I want this to be 3 still. Yeah. So let's move this as it was before because this is actually logical, right? To have this being done here. So we don't want to increase the stage anymore if we won, right? So we don't want to increase the stage anymore if we won. Yeah, and we'll actually put it not even here but here and then break the loop. So yeah, I wanted to break the loop and well, I am. So that was my first thought. And okay, we have now just 3 stages, so we can still test it quickly. So like 3, okay, 3, yeah, good. 3, 3, 3. Oh, too few items. Sorry. 3, 3. Yep. And then 3, 3, 2. Good. You beat Beati. Simon. You beat Simon. Yep. So that's the Simon game done in I have no idea how many minutes, but we used all the knowledge we could, and well, I'll also give you the code for this, but you have the logic, you have the knowledge. The only thing that you need to actually complete this is this system threading sleep to actually get this delay working, and then clearing the console so that you can get this like blinking of numbers, right? And then if you get your delays different, then you can well, do something really cool, because this is a cool game, and actually it's really exciting. Okay, thank you for watching and have a good day. See you.